Hi everyone, Julie is here. I'm glad to see my channel Eurovision, and the theme in today's video will be Island for Eurovision. So let's begin. Today we will analyze with you the significant moments of Ireland participation in the Eurovision Song Contest. Although many, including myself, today we can safely call it political and by no means classical, in general, not what it was in the best years of its existence. On the other hand, who say that even then there was less politics and hype. The majority have completely repulsed the desire to look at today's diverse propaganda for every taste and color. So let's take a trip into the past, to those pleasant motives and melodies that still resonated with our perception of both song and the visual images of performers. By the way, subscribe to my channel, mark the bell in order not to miss new release, and push the button if you like this video. Move on. Ireland has participated in the Eurovision Song Contest every year since 1965, except in 1983 and 2002. The country has placed first 7 times, second 4 times, and third once, making it is the successful country in the song contest. Well, and now about who were these winners.
Rosemary Scallon is an Irish singer and politician who won the 1970s Eurovision Song Contest. Born in London, at the age of 5, together with her parents, she moved to her father's homeland in the northern Irish city of Londonderry. She has been singing since childhood. In 1969, she first participated in the Irish national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest, but finished second. Being a British citizen in 1970s under the stage name Dana, she represented Ireland at the Eurovision Song Contest, where she won first place with the song All Kinds of Everything. At the same time, she performed the entire number sitting on a huge drum. In the late 1970s, she became one of the world's leading performers of Catholic music. In early 1980s, she and her husband moved to the United States, where she was engaged in religious activities. After returning to Ireland in 1997, she put forward her candidacy in the presidential elections, sensationally taking third place in them. In 1999, as independent candidate, she won the elections to the European Parliament, where she remained a member until 2004. In 2004, she again tried to run for president, but to no avail. As a politician, she is a supporter of the preservation of traditional family values, opposing the legalization of abortion. In 2008, she called on Ireland to refuse to participate in the Eurovision Song Contest after the puppet turkey Dustin was chosen as the representative of the country in the competition. Logan is an Irish singer and composer, the only 2-time Eurovision Song Contest winner as a singer. Born in a family of Irish tenor Patrick O'Hagan, who has repeatedly performed at the White House in front of 3 U.S. presidents. At the age of 3, he moved to Ireland with his parents. In 1977, he performed the lead role in the musical Adam and Eve. Adopting the stage name Logan, he released his first single in 1978. In 1979, he won a national song contest and was recognized by the readers of the Connacht Telegraph newspaper as the best singer in the country. He won the 1980s Eurovision Song Contest with What's Another Year, which then went to number 1 of the UK's singles chart. He again participated in the Eurovision Song Contest in 1987 with the song Hold Me Now and won a second victory. During his career, he was released over 40 singles and 19 albums. He hosted his own television show on the BBC called Johnny Logan and Friends, took third place in the ranking of the best performers of Eurovision in 50 years with the song Hold Me Now, continues active creative activity. In 1992, Logan's Why Me, performed by Linda Martin, won first place at Eurovision. The consequence of these successes in the competition was the nickname Mr. Eurovision, received by Logan. Actually, the singer of the song will now be discussed. Linda Martin is an Irish singer and TV presenter, winner of the 1992 Eurovision Song Contest. She began her musical career in 1969 with the group Chips, which soon became one of Ireland's leading bands. In 1972, Linda moved to the Little People group, but returned to the Chips a year later. In 1983, she won the Castlebar Song Contest with Age of the Universe, after which she began her solo career. She has participated in the National Song Contest 9 times, which is a record among Irish performers. Linda won the contest twice and accordingly represented her country twice at the Eurovision Song Contest. Martin's first performance at the 1984 contest brought her second place with the song Terminal 3, and the second and the 1992 contest with the song Why Me became the winner. At the same time, the first of these songs, which were written by two-time Eurovision winner Johnny Logan, took 7th place in the Irish Hit Parade, and the second became its leader and a hit in many countries. In 2000s, she hosted a number of quizzes and shows on Irish television. Niamh Kavanagh is an Irish singer and TV presenter who won the 1993 Eurovision Song Contest. She began her musical career as a backing vocalist. In 1991, she took part in the recording of the soundtrack for the Alan Parker film The Commitments Band. Later, she continued her career as a TV presenter. She won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1993 with the song In Your Eyes, which took first place in the Irish, lasted 15 weeks on it, and 23rd in the British charts. Kavanagh's subsequent work failed to reach the level of In Your Eyes. The best of them, the song Red Roses for Me, recorded in collaboration with the group The Dubliners, reached 15th position in the Irish charts. In 1999, she recorded a new version of the song In Your Eyes. At the end of her musical career, she returned to work on Irish television. In 2010, following the result of the national selection, she was again selected to represent Ireland at the Eurovision Song Contest with the song It's For You. She placed 23rd in the final with 25 points. Paul Harrington is an Irish singer who won the 1994 Eurovision Song Contest. In 1991, he released the album What's I'd Say, 5 out of 12 songs of which were written by himself. He won a duet with Charlie McGettigan at the Eurovision Song Contest in 1994 with the song Rock and Roll Kids, bringing Ireland the third victory in a row and gaining over 200 points for the first time in the history of the competition. At the 1998 competition, he performed as a backing vocalist. The song Is Always Over Now, performed by singer Don Martin, took 9th place in Birmingham. He has worked as a radio and television presenter and has sung vocals on Michael Flatley's Celtic Tiger show. In 2008, he released the album A Collection, which included new versions of Harrington's best compositions. Charlie McGettigan is an Irish singer who won the 1994 Eurovision Song Contest. He began his musical career in the 1960s, performing in pubs and on dance floors. Irish folk music had a strong influence on his work. In 1973, he created the McGettigan group, which, after a successful performance at the Letterkenny Folk Festival, signed the first contract with a recording studio. After recording 3 singles, the musician continued his solo career. After the competition, he continued his solo career. He hosted his own programs on the BBC and RTE. He was invited to the congratulations show dedicated to the 15th anniversary of Eurovision. Currently lives in the town of Drumshanbo, County Leitrim. Eamon Quinn is an Irish singer, winner of the 1996 Eurovision Song Contest. She has been singing in the choir since the age of 4. In 1995, as a student at a music college, she became a member of the Celtic chamber group Anuna, quite popular in Ireland. She took part in the recording of 2 albums of the group, Omnis and Deep Dead Blue. She also worked with the Riverdance dance group. In 1996, at the request of songwriter Brendan Green, she took part with his song The Voice in the Eurovision Song Contest, held in Oslo, and won the 7 for Ireland during the participation of the country in the competition. After that, she toured abroad a lot, was a TV presenter on the RTE and TV3 channels. Graduated from the National University of Ireland in 2006, she announced the votes of the Irish National Jury for the Eurovision Song Contest. In the same year, she released the album Gatherings, and 2007, the next album, Oh Holy Night, was released.
Let's summarize. Of course, this competition can be treated differently. I prefer it in the image that remained in the early 2000s, but each viewer has his own preferences. Nevertheless, if you have a desire to get acquainted with how the music sounded then, welcome to YouTube with the search of the songs that indicate in this video. Enjoy, and well, in the end, Ireland is the only country to have hosted Eurovision for several consecutive years, from 1993 to 1995. 6 out of 7 times Eurovision was held in Dublin and once in Mill Street, with population 1,401 people. This is still according to the 2006 census. Well, I think soon I will record a video about modern Irish music artists. Well, I say so much, but got a lot of stuff to talk about. See you next thematic video.